Alrighty guys, back at you with another video out here at Plum Lake County Park again. It's a little slippery because all the snow's melting, but it's a good chance to get some wet feet. And if you notice, this is gonna be rare because I'm less than 30 days away from hitting the trail and I do not have my backpack on. Because today's video is not gonna be about gear at all. Everyone's stressing about gear out there before they're heading out on their hike. Stressing way too much about gear. Gear's only 10% of it, everybody. If you're gonna complete your long distance hike, gear's 10% of this equation. So the other 90% is all up here. So my suggestions is quit stressing about gear and get your mind right before we get out there, because it's a big mind game out there, to put it at the least. So get your mind right. Positive thinking. Nobody likes a negative Nancy, not even you. So don't be Nancy. Think positive. Everybody likes a positive person. So with that being said, this video here is definitely not going to glamorize the trail. This video is just gonna point out the uncomforts, I guess, and how I deal with the uncomforts. Everybody deals with them different, but the better positive outlook you have, the better results on your hike, I believe. It's gonna make it more enjoyable. If you're negative all the time, it's no good. So, all right, let's get into it. Alrighty, guys. Discomforts. Ugh, discomforts. Anyway, that's where I came from. And that's where I'm going, on this snow-covered boardwalk. So, discomforts. Well, let me put it this way. The whole trail is uncomfortable. That's the easiest way I can put it. You're uncomfortable every day. So, you gotta get used to being uncomfortable. That's key. Because, well, where do I start? Okay, let's say you're starting in Georgia. I'll try to get the uncomfortable stages as you go. You're gonna start out in Georgia. You're gonna be sore because you ain't used to doing this, walking up and down mountains all the time. And your legs are gonna be burning for a few weeks, and your legs are gonna be good. And then this whole time you're gonna have to be dealing with wet feet, wet clothes, and colds. You're just be cold too. So imagine being rained on all day, just getting rained on. Then you set up your tent, get out of your wet clothes. Some relief. You're in some dry clothes, in your tent, you're out of the weather. You're editing videos or whatever you're doing in your tent, looking at AWOLs. Life is good. You're all warm in your sleeping bag. And then you wake up in the morning, and you know what? All that wet gear you had yesterday, yeah, get ready to put it all back on. And it's gonna be colder too, because it's been sitting out all night. There's one discomfort that's a tricky one to get used to, but luckily it doesn't last. So if you can just keep reminding yourself it's temporary discomfort, you'll be good. But yeah, being wet and so Georgia, you're tired, you're wet, you're cold, then you're gonna get up to, I don't know, say Smoky Mountains maybe. Then you gotta deal with snow most of the time. Another discomfort. Then you're gonna get past the Smokies probably, and your hiker hunger is gonna kick in. Whew. There's some discomfort there too, because being hungry all the time is tricky to deal with. But it's not so bad. You're getting more food in 3 or 4 days, so just keep thinking positive. Getting more food. And then, what else? Oh, then after your beginning sores went away in the beginning from hiking every day, and you think you got your trail legs and everything, your legs and feet are still sore every day. So yeah, soreness don't go away. You're pretty much sore the whole way. It's how you deal with being sore. And what else? Oh, as you get farther up trail, this was a biggie for me. Yeah, this was huge for me. This one crippled me in 2018. It was probably my trickiest mind obstacle I had to play on myself, and that was losing hiking people you're hiking with, and then they decide to get off trail. And I'll tell you what, for the next couple days, if you hike with somebody for 800 miles and they get off trail, the next couple days are strange. You're always hoping, you're always hoping you walk up to the shelter and there they are. You miss them terribly. But yeah, that was a tricky thing for me, because in 2012 I pretty much learned how to deal with the soreness, the rain, being hungry, all that stuff. But losing a close hiking partner out there, that's tricky to deal with. So might as well give a shout out to My Way and Head Over Heels, because boy, the time I had with them, I would not take back that at all. But it's hard to watch somebody leave. It is. But it's just something it's a reality out there. People get off trail all the time. So yeah, it's gonna be another tricky one to deal with. And then the emotions towards then you get in the mind game of playing with yourself about the whites. If you get to the whites, you're not gonna have a problem getting through the whites. So don't worry about the whites. Southern Maine's hard too, but like I say, if you went that far, don't worry about it. You got this. And then what else? The emotions of getting close to finishing your thru hike. That's another little mind battle you got to play. Most people are towards the end are ready to hurry up and go and get done. For me, it's the opposite, because I know I'm going right back to what I left before I went on trail, and nothing ever changes. It's always the exact same when I come back. So if you're worried about missing a lot of stuff when you're on trail, don't worry about it, because when you come back, it's pretty much going to be the exact same. Now, with that being said, that's a whole nother video of coming back and dealing with that. But yeah, uncomfortable moments. You're gonna be cold, you're gonna be tired, you're gonna be hungry, you're gonna be sore, you're gonna miss home. You're gonna want to take zeros. You're gonna want to recuperate your body. Just don't take too many. Anyways, I'm starting to ramble now, so maybe I'll get on to some of the things that I do to deal with the bad thoughts or bad situations. So, alrighty guys. Let's go over how I deal with things, I guess, or how I've taught myself how to deal with being uncomfortable. So first, let me say, you got to be confident in whatever you're going to go do. I mean, you got to give it your all, and you got to be confident. So if you got a confident mindset, that's going to help all the positive thoughts come in. The key is to keep all of your negative thoughts out. So like with my brain, over time, this took years of being uncomfortable, and I choose to live an uncomfortable lifestyle because I think it's better for my brain, I guess. It's better for me as a person as a whole. Anyways, I'll try to explain in the best way I can explain it over time how I've learned to deal with it. So in my brain, there's like a switch. When I'm uncomfortable, a little switch will kick on, boom, and it'll start shooting negative thoughts. And all I do is, I can't tell you how to do this, but all I do is just flip that switch, bam, and it starts going positive. I'm starting to look for positive stuff. Views, how cool this is in the rain. I mean, How many other people would be out here doing this? This is once in a lifetime experience when you're in a miserable situation anyways. So yeah, I just, as soon as that little switch in my brain flips and goes to negative thoughts, I instantly flip it back off and start going positive. Start thinking positive thoughts. And so the harder, or I guess the more uncomfortable situation that you're in, the harder it is, the more tension on that switch to flip that switch. So the more, I don't know how to say it, the more times you put yourself in uncomfortable situations, the better you're gonna deal with uncomfortable situations. So one example, I got a couple examples. In Pennsylvania, I think it's day 60, maybe 61. I'm walking through the Pennsylvania rocks. Everybody knows about the Pennsylvania rocks. And I said in my video, you just gotta, you gotta keep your mind right. I didn't pretty much say you gotta keep your mind right. I said, okay, look at this trail, it's all rocks. If you think it's gonna be terrible, it's gonna be terrible. If you think it's gonna be not that bad, it's not that bad. So that's what I do. I either trick my brain, or I flip my negative thoughts into positive thinking. And there's another video, I don't even know where it's at, I can't find it anymore, but it's on there. I think I was in New York, New Jersey, walking down these boardwalks. I had dry feet. I tried to keep dry feet. I hated having wet feet, but I'm over that now. Wet feet don't bother me. They're wet right now. But anyways, they were dry, and I was walking up, I was talking about, ooh, it's so nice to have dry feet, and then I look up and there's a boardwalk with grass growing all over it, and first thing in the morning, yeah, your feet are getting wet. So in that video, I said, well, I guess I am gonna get wet feet, but it kind of feels good, I guess. Well, at least I'm telling myself that because it's working for me. That's what I said. So if you can switch, just keep all negative thoughts out of your brain. They're gonna pop in once in a while, but if you can just flip that switch and reverse it to positive thoughts, the AT is, or any long distance hike, is going to be so much more enjoyable for you if you take bad situations and turn them into good. And bad situations aren't going to last forever. It's momentarily. So you get past it, you're good to go. Yeah, there may be another one coming up the next day, but whatever. Just see what I do on the AT is I mentally prepare for the worst, and then when I don't get the worst, it's even better. So yeah, I don't know, this video was hard for me to do, but I know it's an important key part of a through hike. It may not be 90% because there's financial parts in there too, and that's another stress you don't want. So get your financial orders in, or get your financial shit in order before you go, because you don't need that stress either. But yeah, there it is, everybody. Stay positive. Positive is key. Keep the negative thoughts out. So alrighty guys, I hope this helps. I don't really know how to explain it, so I did the best I could. Alrighty guys, hope you have a good day, and less than 30 days away, baby, I'll be hitting the trail. So thanks to everybody that's subscribed, all the new people, all the people who've been around for a while. I appreciate it, and thanks for watching.